Hey guys, I'm here and I'm queer and I'm going to make this video for a long time. Because a lot of people think that rats are disgusting. You say rat, everyone goes, ew, those rodents that are vermin. I mean, I can't say that they're not mischievous, but rats are literally the best pets in the world. I'll give you some reasons why. They're currently eating right now, but they'll come if I call for them. Hi, baby. You want some? This is little Eleanor, if you guys don't know her, and she's gotten so lazy. She used to be so hyper, but now she's just really lazy. Each rat has a different personality. This is Pudding right here. She is a scaredy cat, but she can also be kind of spunky sometimes, and she'll like attack her sisters, and it's freaking adorable. She really likes cuddling and giving kisses, and she's still like afraid of everything though. Come here, baby. It's okay. It's okay. See, look how tense she is. You can tell. I pick her up like this. She's really tense. I don't know why she's such a scaredy cat. Yeah, it's just mommy. You know mommy. Mommy gives you food. Mommy gives you love. She's a little sweetheart. And a lot of people say that their tails are scary and that they feel weird and that they just look weird. But I'm just sitting here like, what are you talking about? Their tails are the most adorable thing in the world. It's probably one of the most adorable traits about them. And they like, sometimes they don't even realize that they have a tail. And it will just like be like randomly in a place. Like I've come in my room and their tails are all the way out of their cage and I'm like, what are you doing? And it's so cute. It's like their tails aren't actually a part of them. And it's so freaking cute. These are just my girls. I have more rats. The girls are so amazing. They're really loud, really crazy. They don't want to come upstairs because they're eating. They don't want to stop eating. This is yours, isn't it? Oh, that is yours. That's yours. Okay, this is my little butterscotch. Currently eating a carrot that's way too big for her, but it's freaking adorable. She's a little fluff butt. Her and her sister Snickers, who does not like to be touched while she's eating, they are two little partners in crime. They fight all the time. One time I even saw Butterscotch holding Snickers down. I think the cutest thing is that they do know their names. Like, if I call for Snickers, I go, Knickers, and then I click my tongue, she'll come, but none of the rest of them will. And it's the cutest thing. This is Yuno, named after Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. She just recently learned how to give kisses. She doesn't like to give them too often. She's a little sweetheart. Aw, thank you. Ah! Every time I open up her cage, she climbs up the door, then comes over here and starts chewing on my bracelets. Why are you on my glasses? I don't think that they realize that my glasses are not stable. They hate baths. It's like their least favorite time of the day. I take them to go get their bath, you know. Least favorite time of the week, I should say. Because I don't give them baths that often. But like, I take them into the bathroom to give them baths. That way they're no longer stinky. And they automatically start freaking out and trying to run away. They also get along with other animals so well. If I have them out and I have my cat in my bed as well, they will like... my cat and them will just sit there and lick each other for hours. And it's so cute. Here you go, you know. Eat your food. You know, she's a little bit calmer than the rest of the girls, but she's always the one who greets me first, usually. Her, Eleanor, Snickers, or Butterscotch. Those three are always greeting me. Pudding, like I said, she's really scared of everything. Yuno's a little bit more laid back. What are you doing? You know if you go over there, you're not going to be able to get back out, right? You know? Be a good girl. My dog Cosmo loves them. He will lick them for hours and follow them around like they're little puppies, and like if they like pee somewhere, he'll lap it up that way, because in the wild, if a puppy pees or like poops somewhere, the mother or father will like lick it up to keep the scent, keep predators from following the scent. And my dogs do that with the rats. They will follow them around and eat their poop, lick up their pee, to keep predators from following them, and it's so cute. They'll also lick their little butts. And I'm like, I don't think that they like that, but okay. See who comes when I open up this one. It's a Butterscotch. Hi, baby. So I haven't talked much about Butterscotch. Butterscotch is my youngest out of all my rats, and she's one of the craziest. Oh, thank you. She has a little tear in her ear from playing a little bit too rough with her sisters, but I think it just adds to her adorableness. She's so crazy, and she loves giving kisses. She loves giving kisses. And look how fat she is. She loves food, too. The sweet girl. She's so fluffy. She's such a big old sweetheart. And she will dart down your throat any chance she gets. I don't think that they realize that your mouth is your personal space, and if you open up your mouth around them, whoa, they'll go straight in and start cleaning off your teeth for you. It's kind of gross, but it's adorable. Because they're like, I just want you to be clean, Mama. She loves tackling and playing, and she's really young. Eleanor is a little bit more laid back. When she was younger, she was really, really crazy. We like to call her the most adorable of all my rats, because look at this face. Who can say no to this face? She's also a little flat, fluffy butt. She just recently got full grown, and she was one of my original rats. Snickers was my first ever rat. And I got her with another rat who sadly passed away from, we believe, an upper respiratory infection that she got from another rat of mine. Snickers and Eleanor were the only two girls that managed to survive that illness, and I waited a long time before I got any more rats. Snickers, she's a special one. I would show you guys, but she's still eating. Snickers is like, she's crazy. She sets the tone for everyone else, but she's terrified of loud noises. Like, terrified. And, like, last night, there was a thunderstorm, and there was a loud, like, crack of thunder, and she jumped and then darted across her cage and ran into the wall. And it was so, hi, you know. It was so adorable, but so hilarious. Oh, there's Snickers. Hi, Snickers. You want to come to Mommy? That's not coming to Mommy. That's stealing your other sister's carrot. That's not what we do. Like I said, Snickers is my eldest. And I've had her for the longest. She was my first ever rat, and I gotta say, She's a little sweetheart. She will lick you for hours. And she popcorns everywhere. And look how fat she is. Clearly really fat. You know, get back here. We talked about this. She's a shoulder rat. She will literally stand on your shoulder, and when you walk, she'll like bounce her head a little bit and be looking around, and then every now and again give you little kisses, but she loves to go places and explore. I let her walk on my bed sometimes, and she will chase my dogs. They're currently fighting over food. Hey! They will chase my dogs. She will chase my dogs around my bed for hours. She's got a little spunk to her. That is my ear. She's kind of crazy. Whenever I talk to my friends about, oh, hey, this Snickers is doing... Hey, guess what Snickers did last night? Everyone goes, oh, God, because she's so freaking crazy. And, I mean, she ran into the side of her cage because she was scared, so. I take her for walks with me. She's really one of the only ones I trust during walks who doesn't get too scared. She gets scared by cars and motorcycles, though, and she will dart down your shirt, but she will stay on your shoulder and just sit there and enjoy the walk. And it's like her tail has a mind of its own because it's always constantly going into your mouth, and you're like, what are you doing? She's such a sweetheart, and sadly, knowing that she's probably going to be one of the first of my rats to die makes me sad. These are just girl rats. Girl rats are completely different from boy rats, though in some aspects not. Give me a second while I go get a boy rat. Wants to come with me? Wants to come with me? Oh, sure it does. Okay. So this is Sheeran. He is part of the group which I call the Three Musketeers. Look how freaking fat he is. He's full grown. When I got him, though, I got him with little Eleanor. You can't see her because she's downstairs. But I'm pointing to her. Him and Eleanor and Nye, which I'll introduce you guys to him later, they all came together from a pet store, which kept them in a tank. They were young enough so that when I got them, they didn't have upper respiratory infections. But I got a full-grown rat from the same pet store, and she just had been in a cage way too long. She got an upper respiratory infection, gave it to one of my other rats, and then they both died. And it was a really sad time for us. And, geez, you're sneezing a lot. What's up? He usually doesn't sneeze this much. Must have just gotten something. Oh, thank you. Oh. So, fun fact about this little guy. Stop chewing on my glasses. He squeaks all the time. He's named after Ed Sheeran. And he squeaks all the time. He's not doing it right now. But if he's eating and you just lightly touch him or go near him, he'll squeak like crazy, like he's dying. And it's hilarious, but also annoying. Stop being mean to each other! You know! Why would you steal Butterscotch's carrot unless it was your carrot first? Are you all just fighting over carrots now? They really like carrots. He's part of a group that I call the Three Musketeers because they literally do everything together. It's him, Nye, and Tesla. When I first got Tesla, we thought that he was a girl, and it turned out that he was a boy. He was the first boy that I ever got. And, of course, we didn't know that he was a boy, so we had to start a boy cage. And that's when the fun began. Hi, Sheeran. Sheeran. Oh. Sheeran is my little brother's rat, too. Why are you sneezing so much? What's up? Huh? He's my little brother's rat. My little brother does not know how to care for rats very well. So we do let him play with him, but not for very long because he'll be really rude. I know you just want on top of the cage. That's all you want. Sheeran is the Three Musketeers, as I should call it, which Sheeran is a part of, are little brats. One time Sheeran climbed up a cord and started chewing on the top of it. And it led to my TV, and I'm like, what are you doing? But that's Sheeran. He's my little fat little baby. Right now he's giving me so many kisses, but I think it's just because he wants me to let him on top of the cage. I'm not putting you on top of the cage. No, I'm not. Did you pee on me? You little brat. Whatever, I'm used to it. I'm gonna go put him back. Who wants to come with me? Oh, no, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. This is Nye, named after Bill Nye the Science Guy, because he looks like he's wearing a little lab coat. It's adorable. Hi, baby. I got him with Eleanor as well. Eleanor is still downstairs, so yeah. That's Butterscotch. They're all like, oh my god, it's a boy. Yeah, we don't let the boys and girls together because rats, they get pregnant once, they'll store the sperm of a male rat inside themselves, and right after they have their babies, as soon as they're able to, they'll have another litter of babies. Because they are at the bottom, they're near the bottom of the food chain, and, oh, well, there he goes. They're at the bottom of the food chain, and they need to have as many babies as possible to survive. Nye is part of the group of the Three Musketeers. I like to say that he's the leader because he is actually the most rotten. He does whatever the heck he wants to. And he's just crazy. But how can you say no to this adorable face? When I first got him, he was actually a lot smaller than this, maybe a third of what he is now. And I could fit him, Eleanor, and Sheeran all on one hand, and now I can only fit one of them on one hand at once. And I think it's crazy how much they've grown and how much they've shown me their real personalities. They were all really scared when they first came, especially since Snickers greets every new rat with a tackle. For no apparent reason. Why do you do this? I am talking to her. She's on the bottom floor. Yeah, I keep my rats in ferret cages because they're a lot bigger and they really like to climb, and sometimes I think that ferret cages aren't big enough for them because they're so big and crazy. Hi, Snickers. You finally decided to join the party? Oh, look at your little carrot teeth. Snickers will tackle any rat, ever. She's freaking crazy. And she kind of sets the example for all the other rats, because when we thought that my rat Tesla was a girl, he lived with Snickers for a few days before we realized, oh hey, those are balls and they are dropping quickly, and we are going to have some baby rats if we do not separate them quickly. So we quickly separated them. But Snickers, she set the stone for him, taught him how to be freaking crazy, and he brought it over to the boys' cage. And he kind of sets the tone for all the rest of the boys. And they find it really easy to act like themselves, and yeah. And little Nye's running around the top of the cage because he does what he wants. What are you doing? I taught them all to come when I make that clicking noise. Oh, did you good boy, Nye? Look at you. Look at you. Oh. And at night we everyone gives them kisses, gives every single one of them kisses before we go to bed. Yeah. Nye, he's a spunky little guy. Fat too. He's probably the fattest out of all of them because he He's kind of the big boss man. He doesn't quite set the tone for the cage, but he's like the big boss man, and as you guys can see, he steals all the food that he wants. Let me go get another rat real quick. Does Tesla want to come? Yes, you do. Okay. This is Tesla. Tesla, he's very laid back, but he can also be freaking insane. He loves just laying on top of people, and look at those little red eyes. Everyone says that they're creepy, but I think they are the most adorable thing in the world. He's not quite as fat as the other boys, as you can tell, because he's not really a bossy kind of guy. He's more of a, oh, hey, I'm hyper, let's all play. And then everyone's like, oh, yeah, let's all play kind of guy. He was the one that I thought was originally a girl, but turned out to be a boy. Him and Snickers share this special little bond. Say hi, Snickers. Oh, hi, Snickers. Here. I have to be careful when I let them near each other because it only takes one little slip up. I'd like to point out how much bigger Snickers is than him, which I find ironic since they are around the same age. Tesla being just a little bit younger. As you guys can see, Snickers remembers him and she's like, I'm gonna freaking groom you. You are getting groomed. I gotta keep them away from him because don't want any pregnant little ratties, but his name was originally Hypatia. When we found out he was a boy, we quickly named him Tesla. And we ended up getting another girl around that time too, and we named her Hypatia instead. She sadly was the one that got the upper respiratory infection, gave it to one of my rats, and they both died. He used to have a little buddy. His name was Tyson. He looked kind of like Yuno, and he was a big old sweetheart. He sadly died too, but not of an upper respiratory infection. We didn't. Sorry about that. We didn't know that there was a hole in the cage that they could get through. Tesla did not see it, luckily, but Tyson did, and he got out. And my dog played with him, and he didn't realize that he was playing a little bit too rough, and he ended up killing him. We were out of town at the time. We were, just for the day, we were just out of town in Columbus getting some things. And when we came home and we found him, it was really sad. He was my first rat to die. And when I think about him, I always think of the way I found him lying there, because I was the one who found him, just dead. And I remember when I first found him, I just started bawling. I couldn't handle it. I just died a little bit because he was my little baby. We only had him for a couple days, but he was my little baby. So little Tesla here spent a day without a friend, and then we got him little Eleanor, Nye, and Sheeran, and they have all been, well, besides Eleanor, but they have all been together ever since. And yeah, he's a sweet little guy. He's my mom's. She loves him. He is literally the sweetest guy you'll ever see. He's kind of crazy, and he'll like explore, but he'll always come back to you. And they are all little shoulder rats, meaning that they will hang out on your shoulder. I think that they like being eye level with you. Yeah. He's also an albino Dumbo, which can be kind of hard to find. Can be. He was actually relatively easy to find. Yeah, he was a little sweetheart. Now, one of the reasons why Snickers hasn't had many problems is because her and the other rat that I originally got, Bree, they both were bred by a rat breeder who bred rats to feed reptiles, and she also bred reptiles as pets and stuff. And she knew how to take care of rats, and they had a really good life there. I got them when they were relatively young, so they've really adapted to growing up here. But yeah. Tesla and all the other ones I got from Pet Zone, which is a local pet store near me. And they do not know how to take care of rats, and I hate to give them my business, but I'd rather give them my business and save rats from dying because people don't know how to take care of them than I would let them stay there and die. I'd rather give them my business and keep them from dying really, really young than I would not give them my business and let them die really young. Because, I mean, look how happy they are. And they have a lot of bird toys in here because rats like bird toys. And, yeah. You're right, Tesla. Oh, thank you. Thank you for those kisses. All of my rats are specially trained in the kisses department. They give all the kisses all the time. I'm going to go get another rat now. Okay, so these two are kind of inseparable, which I think is hilarious. He is my second youngest rat. He comes right before butterscotch. I always mix those two up sometimes. In the eldest range. He has kind of red eyes, kind of black. I think they're adorable. You can't really tell from, like, outside of the camera, they look more black than red. His name is Castiel. He's a little sweetheart. He's very spunky. He's also very small, and he knows it. And he's just so cute, and he likes cuddling and exploring. And this is his big buddy, who is my eldest rat. I did not get him first, though. I got him full grown. This is Galileo. He is actually mine. I own 4 girls and him. I own all the girls but Pudding. Pudding is my little sister's. The rest are actually mine. I have claimed them. They are my little babies. And this is Galileo. Look how fat he is. He's a pretty big boy, but he doesn't really take charge. He's very laid back. Loves just to be lazy. He's not really into playing that much, but him and Castiel will play, and it's really cute. These two are, like, inseparable. They're so freaking cute. Galileo, he will literally just lay on your chest and let you pet him for hours. And he'll like rub against your face like a cat does and just lick you and give you all kinds of kisses. One time he licked the back of my neck, and it was the first time he had ever done that. He does a lot more often now, but it scared me because I didn't realize what was happening, and I kind of went, oh God, what is happening? And he kind of flipped out a little bit, but since then he's realized that it's okay, and I was just frightened that one time. Both of these little guys will rub against your face and lick you randomly, and it's so sweet. Galileo here has a little bit of a habit of burrowing in your hair. One time he went straight in between my little sister's braid and just sat there. And it was so funny. These guys are the most laid back, and they remind me most of what most rat boys are like. Not very crazy, more laid back, very tired, all the time, always sleeping, always cuddling. That was your tail, and it was in my mouth. Yeah. Little Castiel here is named after Castiel from Supernatural. He is my little sister's rat. And when we first got him, he did not have all this brown on him. He had a little bit of it. But as he's been growing up, there's been more and more, and it is the most adorable thing in the world. He's my little Siamese little rat, my little ratty. And he's so sweet to everyone. He just wants to give everyone love and kisses. These two are always the first to come up to me when I open up the cage. And they're always like, "Hi, Mom! I missed you." And I'm like, "Oh, yes, I missed you too." Galileo is a full albino. He's not a Dumbo. He's just a regular old albino rat. Thinks that he's cooler than everyone secretly. What do you have? Do you have poop in your fur? I need to give you a bath. What are you doing? He also has something wrong with his ear. Let me figure out which ear it is. He won't stand still long enough. This ear has a little hole in it. You can't really tell because he won't stop moving. But has a little hole in it from playing with his brothers, and one of their nails got stuck in his ear. His ear is fine. He can still hear perfectly fine. It didn't hurt him really. He just has a hole in his ear now. Can you not be in my eardrum? Yeah. I try to keep him as far away from the girls' cage as possible because he is the eldest out of all the rats, and he will mate with the girls, and yeah. But these are my little baby boys. Yeah, let me go put these guys back so that the girls will stop freaking out. Both of my mistress of rats have similar cages. They really like boxes, especially boxes that are this big. They will literally just sleep on top of it, and they love it. And Eleanor, what are you doing? What are you doing, huh? They both have the same water bottle now. I just recently got the boys a new water bottle because their water bottle was leaking a lot. Couldn't figure out why. They now have this one, which I'm going to go ahead and take this out because they're not drinking out of it at the moment. It has a little, it did not come with this turtle. I got another water bottle. I had another water bottle for them, which I didn't really like the brand very much. And it did have a turtle in it, and I've just been letting the turtle stay. This has a spring inside of it. Unlike some of them, which just have gravity to keep them in place, this one actually has a spring, which I really like because it keeps the water from coming out. And, yeah, they really like it. This is my favorite brand. It's called Drip. It's a drip-resistant spring-loaded. It's supposed to keep it from dripping. Yeah. And it's a crystal clear pet bottle, and they really like it. I gotta say, this is my favorite out of the two different brands I've tried, this one and the other one that I tried. I can't remember the name of. I think it was like a really popular like rodent brand that had a lot of things for rodents. Put this back in their cage, that way they can get a drink now. Because Eleanor was waiting for her water. But, yeah, the other one I got was a really popular pet brand, and I just did not like it. It wasn't spring-loaded. It was constantly leaking. I remember one time I filled it up, and it came back later that day, and the whole cage was flooded because it had leaked so bad. This one, I have not had that problem. I might get a little puddle. Like, when I first fill it, I might have a little puddle after I finish filling it, but not the whole cage being flooded, because that was just crazy, and that shouldn't happen. So, yeah, I really like that brand a lot, and it has a lot of good reviews as well, so it's a win-win. Hi, little you-know. Hi, little Snickers. Are you licking your tail? They really like hammocks, I found. Really like hammocks. Especially these little pocket hammocks. They love it. They actually chewed a hole on the inside and they'll like burrow in it, and it's so adorable. Pudding, why do you look like you are about to die? She literally looks like she thinks she's about to die. Come here, baby. What's wrong? I don't think she likes it when I'm standing by the cage. Little Pudding. She is a Dumbo. you can tell the difference between Dumbos and regular rats, because as you guys can see, her face is a little bit rounder than some of the others. We'll use Yuno as an example since she feels like she feels the need to come out. As you guys can see, oh geez, her face is a little bit rounder and her ears are a little bit bigger. And those are Dumbo rats. Hi, Knickers. As you guys can see, Knickers is always like, I just want love all the time. All the time. They're my little babies, and I love them so much. I have been diagnosed with severe depressive disorder, for those of you who are new. I also have psychotic features, so I'll see things and I'll hear things all the time. I'm taking medication for it, so it's actually gotten so much better. I used to be so bad, self-harming all the time, just so bad, and I've gotten so much better since I got a girlfriend, and I got these girls as well. They make me so happy. When I'm upset, I will literally just grab one of them, let them run around my bed, give me kisses, and just be their little selves, and it will make me so happy. Though, I gotta say, I have had nightmares of me waking up and finding them dead, and I do know that that's a reality. I could wake up one day and find one of these guys dead, but I love them so much, and it's so sad that they don't live longer, especially when you get so attached to them. My little baby Butterscotch, I'm gonna take her out right now. She's a little sweetheart. She's my little baby. I have a more of an attachment to Snickers, though. If you guys can't tell, she's down there now. I have a kind of really big attachment to her because she was my first rat, and I bonded with her the most from the 2 rats that I first got, her and Bree. Out of her and Bree was very skittish, kind of like Pudding, almost exactly like Pudding. And she was a Rex rat, which means that she didn't have very much fur. But she was a little sweetheart, but she just did not like me as much as Snickers did. And I really bonded with Snickers so much more than I bonded with her. And so I gave her to my little sister because she seemed to like my little sister a lot more than me. And Snickers has been my big old baby ever since. I think that she knows that she's my little baby. She's like, oh yeah, I know. Oh, I think Pudding just went in there. Pudding! Is it Pudding? Hey! Hey you, I'm talking to you. Not answering me, little brat. I also have bonded with Eleanor a lot more because she was my 3rd girl, and the girl rats have always lived in my room. The boy rats have always lived in the other room because I want to keep both of their cages in the same room and just take care of them both, but there's not enough room in my room. Actually, I probably could make room if I really wanted to. And just move them in here. Just all the rats are in one spot. But I'm not going to do that because my little sister likes having the boys in her room. But it would make feeding them a lot easier. But yeah, so if you guys really want to get a rat, here are some quick little reminders. First off, they need 1 hour of playtime a day, at least. They'll get depressed and die. Basically, they need more than 1 rat with them at all times because they're very social animals, and they'll get depressed and die if they don't have another rat with them. If you do wish to breed rats, keep baby rats away from male rats because the male rats will eat them, which I think is really sad. Butterscotch, what are you doing on top of Eleanor? Whatever. Oh, there is some serious itchage going on. I love you guys. I gotta show you guys Eleanor's face right now. It's freaking hilarious. She's like, are you gonna help me or not? My sister on top of me. Help me. Help me. It's not focusing now. Wait. Help me. And there's little Snickers. This isn't my whole cage, by the way. It is a ferret cage. We have it lined with carpenter's fabric, which is basically this. Chicken wire is too big for them because they can squeeze through anything less, well, an inch or more. And chicken wire is just in that sweet spot of what they can get through. So having carpenter's fabric really works. They cannot chew through it. At least my rats can't. I've heard horror stories of rats chewing through it, but I don't know if that's a lie or not. So, yeah. They really like that toy in the back. It's literally just a kid's, like a baby toy. They put balls on the, put like a little ball up on the top, and it slowly rolls down through little circles. They like climbing that. They like hammocks, and they really like climbing. Rats are known to be, like, serious climbers. They love climbing so much. And that is their food bowl. And they are on, my rats are on a fresh food diet because I am not risking it giving them cancer from pet store food. Plus, also, it's cheaper to have them on a fresh food diet, I found, than it is to buy something from a pet food, like actual pet food from a bag. And oftentimes, that pet food has grains in it, like only grains, and they need so much more than grains. They need fruits, vegetables, meat every now and again, and grains, seeds. They need all of that, but not too many grains and seeds or else they'll get fat like Snickers. I'm just kidding. This cage, sometimes I feel like it's not big enough for my rats, even though it's a ferret cage. I mean, they love it, but I think that they would love a lot more room to, like, run around, which is why I also take them out of the cage. Rats will greet you when you come up to the cage, as you guys can see. Hey! Every time I come up to the cage, she automatically is like, oh, hey, Mom! See, this little girl down here is like, oh, hi, Mom. Hi, Mommy. I'm like, yeah. They will chew on your fingernail, and I don't know why. Mine chew on them, especially after I've painted them. They're like, oh, heck yeah. Paint, yum. Poisoning, yum. I'm going to die, yum. Yeah, they can come in a variety of colors. I've seen some that are Siamese. I don't think that my rat Castiel is Siamese, but they're so cute, Siamese. What are you doing? Will you stop it? She's tan. She's a hooded tan, which means that she has, like, that little hood, and then she has that, like, little, those random dots on her back, which I think are really freaking cute. She is a Dumbo, and she is actually, like, a gray tan, and it's so cute. Little pudding over here is a hooded Dumbo, which means that she has that little hood on her. She is just a regular hooded, her color is known as the original rat because she is black, like really dark gray, almost black, and I mean she has a little bit of the white on her belly, and I find her tail the most adorable thing ever because I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like black all the way up until the tip, and then it's like pink, and it's so cute. But, yeah, so my rats get a fresh food diet. I give them fruits and grains and seeds in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'll give them vegetables and some meat. And also sometimes some grains as well, if they've been good girls. Have you been a good girl? Why you look like you're contemplating life? Hi, you know. Eleanor is named after my great-grandma, by the way. A lot of my rats are named after scientists or famous people or just foods. Eleanor is named after my great-grandma, though, who wasn't exactly famous, but I found the name to be quite adorable, and I call her Ella all the time, so, yeah. Butterscotch is clearly named after butterscotch. Snickers is named after my favorite candy bar, Snickers. Pudding is named after Pudding because she literally looks like some type of like, you guys know those like pudding cups that you can get? They're like chocolate and vanilla. She reminds me of one of those. And it's so cute. Butterscotch reminds me of Butterscotch because she's like full out tan and freaking adorable, which is what I would expect Butterscotch to be if it was a real person. Tan and adorable. But yeah, I really suggest a cage like this though, a ferret cage lined with carpenter's fabric. It takes a while to put the carpenter's fabric on. We have it attached with, forgot what these are called. Yeah, I don't remember what these are called. Well, yeah, we have it attached with something. And I did cut my hands a lot while attempting to cut this. You have to have like wire cutters or like fence cutters. And they can be kind of sharp. These are no longer sharp, but when I first got them, they were actually really sharp. So, yeah. The rats cannot get through this. They cannot bite through it. People who say that they can are wrong. They cannot bite through this. Their teeth are not strong enough. And this stuff is way stronger than them. They can, however, bend the bars if they try hard enough. Like, I did have a bar up here somewhere. I don't remember which bar it was, but it was slightly bent from them pushing on it so much. But they never actually got out, and I actually bent it back. Can you stop biting on my nail? Yeah, but they're little sweethearts. The only downside is the fact that they're nocturnal. So I will literally wake up in the middle of the night to them running around their cage, squeaking, tackling each other. And I'm like, guys, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Stop. Eventually you get used to it though, and I kind of most of the time sleep through it, and it actually kind of comforts me to hear them running around playing. The little bird toys that they love. They will like climb on them and stuff, and they like bells. They like bells a lot, which I think is hilarious. They're not too keen on singing, but they actually like my singing voice, and every time I start singing, they'll like be like, "Oh, hey, Mom!" Like, here, I'm gonna sing a little thing. Like, we're gonna do Can't Help Falling in Love. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things were just meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. No, I can't help falling in love with you. As you guys can see, my rats kind of calmed down when I started singing. They stopped being so crazy and just started relaxing a little bit. They usually do that. Sometimes if I'm singing like a really upbeat song, they'll like run to the side of their cage and be like, Mom, I want to come out. I want to join you. And I'm like, okay, I'll let you join me. They don't like the high notes though. That hurts their ears. So when I sing around them, I try to sing songs that are a little bit quieter so that it doesn't hurt their ears as much, because they have no sensitive ears. Look at little Eleanor. She's like, oh yes, our ears are sensitive. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please get a pet rat if you can. I don't care. Get a pet rat because they are so sweet. I love them so much. They are literally my little children. And I'm like, yes. Sure, they'll chew on your nails and it makes me upset, but you know, they're sweeties. My little babies. I love them. Especially Eleanor right now. She's so laid back and I'm like, I just want to cuddle you so hard. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any things that you guys want to know about any animals that I might have, and if you guys don't know what animals I have, go to the video before this. It has all of my pets in it. I fed all of my animals, and so you got to see all of them. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, 10 rats, yeah, a bearded dragon, and a African bullfrog. I had 2 bearded dragons at one point, but one of them died of some disease that I don't remember the name of, but it was really sad. She was only 3 years old. We actually got her from another family who couldn't take care of her anymore. So, yeah, it was really sad. But now we have Anakin, who is my bearded dragon. He's done with my shit half the time. Actually, you know what? We're gonna end it off on him. Yeah, we're gonna go watch him say, "I'm done with your shit," because that's always what he get. That's always the look he gives me. Where is he? Hi, Annie. Hi, Anakin. Oh, he's shedding right now. You guys can see that. Hi, Anakin. I'm done with your shit. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye. Done with your shit. I'm done.